Patricia. I stole your boyfriend. But hey, it's not my fault. It's what he wanted, so nothing I could do about it.
Oh, so that's why I saw you earlier walking down Main Street with Dean, your arm wrapped around his. Makes sense now.
Jealous, aren't you? Poor thing. But you know, stuff like this, it's always the one who gets dumped who's at fault. You must have disappointed him somehow.
Maybe so. Not that I really care.
Oh, please, you can say you don't care all you want, but we both know you do. Bet you're sitting there biting the edge of a tissue right now, fighting back tears.
That's not even remotely how I deal with things. And for the record, Dean and I already broke up. I'm fine.
Yeah, right. Cut the tough act. Dean told me himself you were head over heels for him.
Maybe in his head that's how he saw it. Doesn't mean I'm still hung up on him. And honestly, do you have to message me just to stir things up?
Oh, I wanted to let you know. Consider it a courtesy report. And guess what? You've officially missed your marriage window.
Marriage window? Please. I'm not even aiming for marriage right now. I'd rather focus on my career.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, you sound just like every other single woman who can't find a man. I'm focusing on work, or I have other goals. It's the go-to excuse when deep down you're desperate to get married but have to pretend you're above it all.
So what? You're saying you are desperate to get married?
Not desperate. I don't even have to try. People propose to me all the time. If I want to get married, I can just pick one. But obviously, I'd rather take my time and choose the best one.
And in your mind, the best one was Dean?
Well, let's be real. Dean was way out of your league. Tall, handsome, head of the sales at a top firm, comes from money, and get this, his hobby is horseback riding. The guy is basically the perfect package. He's exactly the kind of man who belongs with me. Sure, I could probably find someone even better if I wanted, but I'm happy enough with him. He's my compromise.
Wow, shallow much? But hey, go for it. Just don't say I didn't warn you when things blow up.
Oh, please, I don't need warnings from you. Dean and I are going to be happy together. In fact, we already filed the marriage license.
Wait, what? Already?
Well, obviously, if you're going to get married, might as well do it fast. And yes, we're having a wedding too. I'm sending out the invitations as we speak.
This is insane. You've been with him for what, weeks? This pace is ridiculous.
I was actually planning to surprise you with an invite in the mail, but since you caught us walking together, the surprise is ruined.
Oh, what a shame. A surprise wedding invite from the woman who bragged about stealing my ex. You really are something else.
And yet, I'll still be married before you. Makes me wonder who's really the mean one here.
Still you. 1,000% you. If there was a national championship for pettiness and cruelty, you'd win. No, scratch that. The trophy would be modeled after you.
Whatever, just make sure you don't spiral into a jealous breakdown when the big day comes. Might want to invest in a good sturdy handkerchief.
And maybe you should invest in a mirror.
Wow, seriously? You haven't changed at all. Still the same awful person you were back in high school.
I know, right? We actually used to get along fine back in middle school. Then, somewhere along the way, I turned into her favorite punching bag. She'd use me to boost her own ego.
Yeah, well, at least she did you a favor by taking Dean off your hands. That guy was a nightmare. Didn't you say he kept blowing up your phone every day after you broke up?
Yep, every single day. Wouldn't take no for an answer. And on top of that, he still hasn't paid back the money he owes me. Total deadbeat.
Is he still doing music? Or, pretending to?
Who knows? When we were together, his guitar just sat in the corner collecting dust. But get him in a bar and he'd start going on about his big dreams like he was still 21 and undiscovered.
Sounds like Dean hasn't changed one bit. I can't believe you dated him as long as you did. I mean, to be fair.
Back then, I guess I liked being swept up in the whole struggling artist fantasy. But you grow up, you start realizing that's not gonna pay the bills or keep you happy. That's when I told him it was over. He did not take it well.
He doesn't look bad. A guy walking around town with a guitar on his back can still turn heads. I'll admit, even I thought he was attractive before I got to know the real him.
Funny thing is, Astrid's walking around telling people he works in corporate sales at some big import-export firm.
Wait, what? Corporate sales? Where the hell did that come from?
My guess? Dean made it up. The idea of him being a senior sales director at a top firm is hilarious.
So Astrid's completely buying into his nonsense? That's actually kind of sad when you think about it.
Yeah, I did think about telling her the truth, but after all the crap she's been saying to me, I honestly don't care enough to warn her. Let her find out the hard way. Maybe they'll even be happy for a while, who knows?
You think she's really gonna invite you to the wedding?
Oh, for sure. She'd want to rub it in my face. If I had to guess, she's probably inviting every single person we went to school with just so she can flaunt it. You're not actually planning on going, are you?
I mean, maybe. Kind of curious to see the spectacle for myself.
You're kidding. I wouldn't go if you paid me.
We'll see. I'm not saying I'd stay the whole time, but a front row seat to the train wreck? Oh, tempting.
Just don't let her think you're there to support her. She twisted into some Faith came to watch me be happy because she's jealous narrative.
Oh, I'm fully aware. If I go, it's for me. Pure entertainment.
Well, can't say I wouldn't want updates if you do.
You'll get them. Play by play. Hey, so I've been thinking, you're gonna do something for my wedding reception. Wait, what? Me? Yes! I mean, you've always been such a good talker. You know how to hold a crowd, so I want you to come up with some kind of performance or entertainment, but also make it a speech at the same time. Hold on, you want me to combine a speech with entertainment? What exactly are you expecting me to do here? Well, I want you to figure that part out yourself. But, keep in mind, I want people to get to know more about me and Dean. That's the main point. Yeah, that's kind of vague, not exactly easy to plan around. Oh, come on, you've admired me since high school, right? You could totally talk about that. Admired you? Well, I wouldn't say that's how I'd put it. Oh, please, you were in the second-tier crowd, and I was in the top-tier group. I could feel your eyes on me practically every day. If you say so. But that's the thing about the second tier. It exists to make the top tier look even better. So in a way, it'd be perfect if you did this little reception performance for me. You really do seem happy right now. I guess I'm a little envious of that. Well, of course I'm happy. But hey, you'll get married someday too, I'm sure. Actually, I just thought of something. I have this guy friend who doesn't judge people based on looks. If you agree to do the performance, I'll introduce you. What do you mean, doesn't judge people based on looks? I mean exactly that. He doesn't care if someone's looks are, average. He's all about personality. So basically you're implying you think my looks are average? No, I didn't mean you specifically. I mean all the people in the second tier group were like that. Oh, well then, that makes me feel so much better. Seriously, after all this time with no contact, you pop up out of nowhere just to say something like that? Hey, don't be mad. There'll be so many people at the wedding, you might even meet someone. And if you're up there doing a performance, you'll definitely get noticed. It could totally catch a guy's eye. So, anything goes? I can say and do whatever I want? Of course, as long as it gets the crowd going, I'm fine with whatever. Even if I talk about Dean? Because I've actually known him a while, long before you two were together. Oh, really? Wait, are you about to tell me you had a crush on him too? Not exactly. I mean, come on, who wouldn't like Dean? He's practically perfect, but he chose me. I've had guys of his caliber come after me plenty of times, but I was ready to settle down, so I said yes to him. Well, congratulations. Sounds like a fairy tale. In that case, I'll be very candid in my little reception bit about you and Dean. You're sure you're okay with that? Absolutely. I trust you to be tactful. Oh, remember the love letter thing? You mean when you stole my love letter and read it out loud to half the class? Yeah, hard to forget. Hey, I found it by accident. And besides, the guy, Steven, was into me at the time, so the letter was pointless anyway. Oh, really? Totally. I got a confession after confession from him, and I could tell he was into me. Plus, he told me straight up he didn't like second-tier girls. Huh. Well, whatever. I'm not mad about it anymore. Good! So we're all set then. You'll do the performance. You know, Astrid, I have to hand it to you. You really have a way of asking for favors that don't feel like favors at all. What's that supposed to mean? It means you're basically asking me to stand in front of a crowd at your wedding, hype you and Dean up, and potentially humiliate myself for your entertainment. Oh, come on. You're overthinking it. It's just a bit of fun. Fun for you, maybe. For me, it sounds like a setup. You act like I'm out to get you. Astrid, you literally just told me I was second tier in high school and implied my looks were so average that you'd have to introduce me to a guy who ignores appearances. That's not... Okay, maybe that sounded bad, but I didn't mean it in a mean way. It's just the truth as I see it. Which somehow doesn't make it better. Look, you said yourself, I seem happy. Why not just help me celebrate? You'd be a part of my big day. And in return, I get... what exactly? A blind date with your doesn't care about looks friend? And the satisfaction of knowing you made my wedding unforgettable. You know what, Astrid? I'll think about it. Guess what? Today's my wedding day. I invited all our old classmates, and yes, that includes you, my little loser. You're coming, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not going. But hey, everyone else is, so good for you.
Oh wow, that's kind of pathetic. But you know, I really do want you to see it. So I decided I'm going to live stream the whole thing just for you.
Yeah. No thanks. I have zero interest in watching.
Oh, please, if you can watch, you will. Sure, maybe actually showing up to the ceremony would be too intimidating for you. And honestly, I doubt you could scrape together more than $2 for the wedding gift anyway.
Pretty sure I can manage more than $2, Astrid. But now that you mention it, I heard Faith is doing some kind of performance at your reception. That I might watch. Faith's hilarious. I bet she'll come up with something good.
Figures, you two were always thick as thieves in the second tier crowd. Faith says she's going to talk about how amazing I looked back in high school from her second tier point of view.
Uh-huh. Let's hope she actually says that. Faith's got a sharper tongue than you think. You sure you're ready for that?
Wow, talking trash about your own friend? That's low. Second tier girls like you should stick together, you know?
Oh, please. If we're talking about who's low, it's you. You've been throwing insults in my face since we were teenagers.
Well, at least I say things to people's faces. That's the difference between first tier and the second tier. You all gossip behind each other's backs. We confront it directly.
Uh-huh. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Why don't you focus on your wedding instead of texting me first thing in the morning? Kinda starting to feel like you're more interested in me than Dean.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but my brain just doesn't have a setting that lets me into second-tier people. So no, I don't like you in any way.
Then maybe stop constantly starting conversations with me. It's exhausting, Astrid. You've been doing this since high school.
Wow, so ungrateful. The first-tier me actually taking the time to talk to you, and you act like it's a burden. Fine, whatever. Just make sure you have a sturdy handkerchief handy so you can cry into it while you enjoy my wedding from afar.
Oh, here we go again with the handkerchief thing.
Faith, what the hell was that speech? What do you mean? I was just being honest about you two, talking about your personalities, that's all. Honest? Are you kidding me? Every single thing you said was complete garbage. Dean being some broke, debt-ridden wannabe musician. Don't make me laugh. He's a well-paid corporate sales guy at an international firm. Really? Did you see anyone at the reception today who looked like a coworker of his? In fact, did you see anyone from his side of the guest list? Dean's a lone wolf, okay? He told me he doesn't really socialize at work. That's why none of his coworkers came. Astrid, no. You are seriously getting played here. Dean is bad news. He's in serious debt, and from what Patricia told me, he owes her money too. He's just wormed his way into your life to use you. Honestly, it's not that different from a marriage scam. Don't even start with that. You sound ridiculous. This is exactly why second-tier girls are dangerous. So full of jealousy, they'll say anything to ruin someone else's moment. Then explain this. Watch the video I just sent you. Is this Dean? Yeah, hair's overgrown, beard all scruffy, right? This was him getting hauled off by the cops while doing a street performance with his guitar. Okay, and Dean told me himself that he used to be into music years ago, but he said he gave up that dream and has been working at his current company for the past 5 years. Working there for 5 years? Oh, that's funny, because this video was recorded only 6 months ago. Wait, what? Look at the digital news ticker in the background. If you actually read it, you'll see the headlines are from this year. That proves the footage is recent. Then maybe he's been working his corporate job during the day and still playing music at night. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. Oh, come on. You really think a high-ranking corporate sales manager walks around with overgrown hair, a patchy beard, and busks on the street until he's picked up by the police? Tell me what multi-million-dollar deals he's closing looking like that. Well, I mean, there are all kinds of people out there. Not everyone fits the cookie-cutter mold. Whatever, if you want to keep believing him, that's your business. But right now, I've got more pressing matters, like starting Reception Entertainment Part 2. Part 2? What exactly are you planning? Well, Part 1 was me talking about Dean. Now Part 2 will be all about you, how I've known you since high school, the kind of relationship we've had all the way up to today, and I'll be sharing it all in my next speech. Oh, absolutely not. You'll just twist everything into some humiliating story. I'm not letting you wreck my wedding any more than you already have. Well, if you don't let me speak, then the entire group of classmates who came today will just leave. Excuse me? Yeah, every single one of our old classmates here was looking forward to my speech. If you tell me I can't do it, we'll all walk out right now. And then poof, your guest list shrinks down to almost nothing. Please, you don't have that kind of influence. If you want to leave, be my guest. Everyone else will stay and enjoy themselves. Fine, then I'll just send a group text right now. Speech is canceled. The second they read it, they'll all stand up at once. You might want to keep an eye on the room because it should be quite the sight. Go right ahead. Huh? Look around the room. See how everyone started grabbing their coats and bags all at once? They were here for my speech. That's how people wanted to hear it. Wait, stop! Fine, I'll let you do the speech. But you have to promise you won't say anything that drags us down. Don't humiliate me or Dean. Relax, I'm only going to say what's true. That's it. Somehow that doesn't make me feel better. Be specific, what are you planning to talk about? Our history, what you were like in school, how you treated people, how we ended up here today. And since facts matter, I'm going to need the projector. The projector? For what? Well, to make sure people can actually see the receipts, dates, messages, timelines. If I'm going to be accused of jealousy later, I want the record clear in front of everyone. Wait, what are you planning to show? You can't just throw private stuff on a screen at my wedding. Well, then don't worry. If it's not private, it won't be on the screen. If it's relevant and public, it might be. Like event flyers, posts, and, things anyone can look up. Faith, please, keep it light. Talk about friendship, something cute, something safe. No videos, no exposés. I'm serious. I told you I am sticking to the truth. If the truth makes someone uncomfortable, that's not on me. You're going to ruin everything. People came to celebrate us. Well, then they'll love the parts that are worth celebrating. But if there are gaps between what's been claimed and what's real, I'm not going to pretend I don't see them. You're enjoying this. Not really. I'd rather not be doing damage control on your wedding day. Set up the projector and let's get this over with. Well, that's it for me. My part's done, so I'm heading out. Congratulations, and good luck with the rest of your day. You have got to be kidding me. What the hell was that speech? What did you think? Pretty good, right? I thought the PowerPoint slideshow summing up all the times you've insulted me and our friends over the years really tied it together. It had some solid visuals, too. I told you not to say anything that would humiliate us. You gave me your word, and you broke it. That's just pathetic. No, I told you I'd only speak the truth, and I did. Every single thing I said was true. Do you have an actual complaint about that? Yes! Making me look like some spiteful, petty villain in front of all my guests? That's manipulative and low. Making you look that way? Astrid, you are that way. Come on, what kind of person addresses a wedding invitation to me with the envelope labeled for the second-tier crowd? It was a little joke, light humor. And besides, it's a fact you were second tier in school. I honestly couldn't care less about your little first tier and second tier fantasy hierarchy. But you went out of your way to insult Patricia, too. That's why I included every single message you sent her in my slides. You actually aired private messages in front of a crowd? That is disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry, are you the same person who once stole my love letter and read it aloud to an entire classroom? You don't get to cry about privacy now. Do you not hear yourself? Well, that was years ago. High school, it's ancient history. Dragging that up now is just childish. And yet you're still dragging up the whole first tier, second tier nonsense, aren't you? You repeat the same tired narrative over and over. Maybe take your own advice. You are impossible. And here's something you'll really love. Since we're digging up history, I'm married. Have been for a while. Oh, please, don't lie. Women like you don't get married. Here, take a look. Wait, is that Steven? Yep, the same Steven who heard you read my love letter out loud all those years ago. After that mess, he actually came up to me privately and gave me a real answer. We started dating, and 3 years ago, we got married. And what's your point? Well, my point is, you spent years claiming Steven was into you. That was a lie. He never liked you. In fact, he couldn't stand you. And it wasn't just him. Most of the class felt the same way. Oh, that's ridiculous. Everyone admired me. Sure. Now try saying that again while you look around your reception hall at all those empty chairs after the classmates walked out. Well, anyway, thanks for the invite. It was honestly one of the most entertaining weddings I have ever been to. You!
So, is your wedding just officially canceled now? I've still got the live stream open, and honestly, the place looks like a ghost town. Half the chairs are empty, people are milling around the back, and nothing's happening on stage. From where I'm sitting, it looks like most of the guests have left already. What happened?
Don't act like you don't know. You know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I did warn you about Faith. I told you she can be ruthless when she wants to be, and knowing her, she's been waiting for a chance to take you down since high school. When she told me about her special performance for the reception, she was practically buzzing with excitement. To her, this was the perfect shot to make you choke on your own smugness.
Well, she nailed it. My entire day is a disaster. Dean vanished the second things started spiraling out of control, and my parents are furious with me, and the ceremony's completely stalled. And now I am staring at a mountain of bills for a wedding that's basically over. Tell me, Patricia, who exactly do you think is supposed to pay for all this?
Realistically, you. The venue's not going to comp you because your maid of honor turned the reception into a roast. The caterer's not going to give you a discount because half your guests walked out, and I can't imagine the florist handing over those arrangements for free out of pity. This might sound cruel, but honestly, from my couch, this has been one of the most entertaining weddings I've ever attended.
You think this is funny? You could have warned me about Dean. If I had known what kind of man he really was, none of this would have happened.
Why would I do that? It's not my job to vet your relationships for you. And even if I had told you, let's be honest, you wouldn't have believed me. You would have hit me with your usual second-tier jealousy comment and told me I was bitter.
That's not the point. Even if you thought I wouldn't believe you, you still should have told me. That's what decent people do.
Decent people? Astrid, you've spent years mocking me and anyone else you consider below you. You never once treated me like a friend, so why exactly would I go out of my way to protect you from yourself? Besides, I did tell you something before today. I told you not to be so sure about how this wedding would go. I even said, don't be surprised if things blow up. You just laughed and said you could handle it.
Ugh, fine, whatever.
There it is, that fake I'm fine tone you always use when you're backed into a corner. Come on, Astrid. You can keep pretending this doesn't bother you, but I'd bet anything you're sitting there in that half-empty venue, staring at the door Dean walked out of, wondering how it all fell apart so fast.
I'm not wondering anything. I'm just
saving face? Yeah. Here's a little tip. Go buy yourself a good, sturdy handkerchief. You're gonna need it to mop up the mess when the last few guests decide they've seen enough and head for the parking lot. Astrid ended up shouldering the entire cost of the wedding alone after it was abruptly cancelled. Dean vanished, leaving her to face the fallout by herself. Her parents were furious with her, and there was no one willing to help with the payments. Consequently, she found herself burdened with debt. It's a harsh reality, especially considering the dreams she once held about that wedding day. Now, she's left not only with financial strain, but also with the crushing loneliness that comes from being abandoned by the very people she once trusted. What's even more painful is that her classmates, who she might have expected to support her in her time of need, offered no help. Astrid had believed that she was well respected among them, that they admired her. But reality proved otherwise. Left to fend for herself, she now lives in solitude, and one can only wonder what goes through her mind as she faces each day alone. The bravado she once had has faded, replaced by the weight of debt and isolation. Despite all this, Astrid is trying to rebuild her life. She's focusing her energy on paying off her debts while simultaneously diving into the world of dating in hopes of finding a fresh start. However, her efforts are complicated by the fact that the footage of the wedding cancellation, which was streamed online, has gone viral. Many people now recognize her face, and the viral nature of the video has made it difficult for her to maintain any semblance of privacy. It's hard to imagine how one could find happiness and genuine connection under such scrutiny. Even without the video circulating, it's questionable how many would still want to marry someone who's been through such public hardship. The stigma and gossip attached to her situation create invisible barriers, making her path to happiness and stability even more daunting. Meanwhile, Dean's situation is no better. After being pursued by debt collectors, he was caught and forced into grueling manual labor. It's a hard lesson about the consequences of evading responsibility. I can only hope that Dean manages to save enough money from this difficult work so that he can repay me as soon as possible. The damage he's caused extends beyond just financial loss. It's about trust, accountability, and respect. On the other side of this drama is Faith, who seemed to thoroughly enjoy the chaos that unfolded. She expressed satisfaction at having finally gotten her revenge on Astrid, a grudge she had held since their school days. For Faith, this was a moment of vindication, and she basked in the satisfaction of seeing Astrid brought low. The sense of justice she felt must have been deeply gratifying, though it came at the expense of another person's downfall. I, on the other hand, stayed home that day. Watching the live stream of the wedding disaster unfold, I found myself wishing I had gone. There was a part of me curious to see it all happen in person, to witness the confrontation and the fallout firsthand. In the end, though, I stayed back and watched the events unfold from a distance, a decision that I somewhat regret with a wry smile. It's strange how life can twist and turn, how the actions of a few can cause ripples that affect so many. Astrid's story is one of shattered dreams and hard lessons. Dean's tale is a cautionary one about the price of evasion and irresponsibility. Faith's satisfaction reminds us that sometimes revenge can be a driving force for some people, and for me, it's a reminder of how complicated human relationships can be and how important it is to watch and to learn from the experiences of others. Astrid's journey from a hopeful bride-to-be to a woman drowning in debt and isolation is a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. The canceled wedding, the viral footage, the abandoned responsibilities, all these elements combined to create a perfect storm that upended her life. The emotional and financial toll has been immense, and while she fights to regain stability, the path ahead is fraught with challenges. The loneliness she now faces is perhaps the hardest burden of all. Being rejected by family, ignored by friends, and abandoned by the man she trusted must weigh heavily on her heart. It's difficult to imagine what it's like to go through such pain in such a public way, and it serves as a sobering reminder that the consequences of our actions often extend beyond ourselves. Dean's forced labor is a stark contrast to the life he once had. The debt collector's pursuit of him shows that there are no easy escapes from responsibility. His physical toil is a punishment for the choices he made, and it's a lesson in accountability. I hope that through this hardship, he learns the value of taking responsibility and making amends. Faith's glee at Astrid's misfortune is a reminder of the complex human emotions that often underpin our relationships. Revenge may bring temporary satisfaction, but it's important to consider the long-term consequences of such actions, not just for the person being targeted, but for the one seeking retribution as well. For me, watching from the sidelines, it's a lesson in restraint and perspective. I chose not to be part of the spectacle, but I couldn't help feeling the pull of curiosity and regret. Sometimes, the drama of others' lives can teach us the most about our own choices and values. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.